can know what we're talking about, so they don't miss out on it.
Yeah. Okay. So Amelia is Shar is always kind of cagey on this fact, but Shar is in a competition with some of the other immortals that inhabit the ethereal material and Shadowfell, the near planes. Amelia is one of them. She herself, her name changes quite a bit, but essentially, she is the first vampire, and she's stronger than any other vampire on the plane. She's nowhere near Shar's strength, but Amelia likes to toy with Shar's followers. And she's been a real pain in Shar's side for millennia.
Wondering why I'm hearing about it now instead of before.
Because you know you're a follower of Shar. Shar doesn't.
Yeah, I know. Morning, Chester.
Hey, Chester.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
For the chat.
Oh, Tucker's going to be a little bit late.
Okay.
Yeah, he's talking to somebody at the moment, I think.
Okay.
So he's probably just on the Roll20, but not on Hangouts yet. So.
Okay, that's fine. We'll go ahead and start. So when last we left you guys, you had managed to circumvent a 2-month journey by way of traveling back to the Abyss, and now you're in the city of White River.
Yeah, that's totally not going to bite us in the ass.
You had discovered a... this was, of course, after the town of Kulkarn's Rest was attacked by, it looked like 8 different sects of monks. Well, 7 different sects of monks. The 8th is currently in mourning, which you discovered as soon as you got to White River. With the help of the Moto sisters, one Momiji and Sakura, you discovered a temple that had taken a complete vow of silence, and the decaying body of their werebore master sits on a pedestal. Yes, if you want, I can enunciate the T every time I say sect.
No, it's fine. I just wasn't sure, making sure I wasn't the only one that was hearing that. Because I heard that, and I was like, let me double check. It's your world. You know, you can call it whatever you want to call it. I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page.
Okay.
So, did we take anybody else with us on this trip? Like
no, actually, you for once you did not have any hangers on. You abandoned Moto to having to cross the waves by herself.
She said she could keep up. We warned her.
Technically, she has yet to say anything.
Nope, she just flipped me off.
That's saying everything.
Mm-hmm.
So can I throw this out there? Before our next trip outwards, we find a person, we put them in a red shirt, and we have them right outside.
Why?
Because they'll die, and not us. It's a Star Trek rule.
Yeah, red shirts always go first.
Well, the GM's wearing a red shirt, so we're in the next gen universe clearly where he's in command. So we need a gold shirt to ride outside.
Yeah, like what era of Star Trek are you talking about? Because in original era, yeah, it was the red shirts that died because they were security personnel. But in Next Generation era, gold shirts were the command, and red shirts were the command, and gold shirts were the security personnel.
Well,
Gotta keep the enemies guessing.
Yeah, we can give them a red top and a gold bottom if that works for everybody.
Well, we can be in Next Generation era, but then Becca has to shave your head.
And maybe draw little trill dots like all the way up, just for funsies.
Yep.
Okay. So,
Okay.
yeah, do we have a plan for our visit here?
Well, we are currently in a tea house with Moto Sakura, and
We just
Lethalus
found it.
and I were about to share to the rest of the group that the master of Marlowe's sect, it was a werebore, and we are probably responsible for his death.
When
Does
you
that
say
mean
we-
that I'm the master now? Because they said the master had to defeat the old master, therefore I meet the master. Am I the new master?
Well, I think that the reason they're going after Marlowe is because Marlowe was near us when we caused the problem.
You know, but he failed to beat the master. I don't know why they want him to be the master.
Probably so that the rest of them can kill Marlowe and have someone else take over as master.
Okay. Marlo, you actually are very much aware of a lot of these politics involved. It's not exactly, and you can explain or not explain as much as you want.
I don't know how much he would have explained unless he was asked. But if anyone had told him before they got there that they were after him because they wanted him to be the master,
Mhm.
he would have told that person that there's no possible way that could be true.
Well, they did knock you unconscious, and Mist actually had to go running after you and save.
Technically, they did not knock him unconscious.
Oh, that's right. They paralyzed him.
Yeah, did I get? I must have had was a spell cast on me or?
You were actually poisoned
Oh, like through food or drink?
through a very specific spider bite.
Oh, great. So I probably never even saw them before he was taken.
So here's the thing: you were paralyzed, but you were awake.
Right. But what I mean is I was probably paralyzed before I even knew something was going on.
Yeah.
Did they hurt anyone in the temple?
Actually, no. For except for what happened to Full Moon's club, which seemed to be, they don't know if it was coincidental or planned. It seemed a little too coordinated to be coincidental. There was no actual. They were very careful of no actual collateral damage. There was a few people that were knocked unconscious, security guards and the like. But
Full Moon set a building on fire.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the stream. What happened to Full Moon's Club?
So that happened off stream. About 20 to 30 members of his club were decapitated
Oh, that's beautiful.
and heads shoved on pikes.
The only thing is, Full Moon's the only one that knows that. The rest of us did not go back and check on them.
Rendell
so-
probably would know that too.
Okay.
I'm Full Moon's political advisor.
We would
Which are we
share
live right
information.
Are we live right now?
Yeah.
As I slurp down Burger King in front of the world. Hi,
Yeah.
world.
So yeah, you guys are in the tea house. Excuse me.
Is there anything special about this tea house that might draw our attention to?
I mean, it's just a standard tea house. You do see, so there. This place would have them. There does seem like a special menu that keeps on listing, like it doesn't say anything. It just lists colors. It just says blue, green, gold, or actually not gold. Sorry, blue, green, red, orange.
And go ahead.
Sorry, is this tea house in the compound or is this outside?
This is outside. This is actually quite a bit away. So the only other thing that's really noticeable about this tea house is there is an unusual amount of what we call mountain trolls, which are not like full-size trolls. They're
Okay.
a more organized, intelligent sect of trolls, and hobgoblins are here.
Is it affiliated with the Tea House and Coltrane's Rest? Is it like a franchise deal?
You do not
Nope.
see any on TE. This is not. It has nothing to do with the Spice Orchid.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it also doesn't have those.
You have no
services.
idea the name, by the way, because it's written in. Unless anybody speaks. Actually, does anybody speak Goblinoid? They might speak Hobgoblin. If you guys speak Hobgoblin, you'd be able to tell what the name is.
Nope.
Well, I will order a purple.
Okay. Give me a
Yeah.
second.
The guy that gets poisoned is the first one to take a drink. Just saying.
In a town where people readily admit to trying to coerce him and force him here.
I'm thinking it's Gatorade. It's the only thing you order, you get by color that you want to drink. Gatorade and NyQuil.
I was literally
Also
about to
purple
chime in
drink.
with NyQuil.
Yeah, there's also purple drink.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's not
Ooh.
a drink.
What about
Maybe it's
orange
purple
soda?
drink. Purple
There's
drink's
orange soda. What about orange soda?
Give me
Orange
a
is
second
not purple.
to look something up.
Well, there's grape soda. Some people call that purple soda.
But then that you get that confused with purple drink. I'm gonna die.
You're not gonna die. I just have to figure out what the effects of this are.
Yeah, we can always res you later.
He just has to find the. He just has to find the live or die save. That's fine.
Okay, I do need to make you. As soon as you take a sip, I do need you to take a make a Constitution saving throw, Tucker,
So if
with
we know-
disadvantage because you are imbibing this. This is usually a topical poison. You're ingesting it, not.
So if we know this is Hobgoblin writing things along those lines, I'd like to make my way to the table with the closest Hobgoblin or person that I can think knows what the name of it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the hobgoblin looks at you for a second, and says, "It's just the Lotus Tea House. It's standard name of any hobgoblin tea house in the area, or in the like. We franchise throughout the cities."
Is the sign color green by chance?
Sign colored green. No, the sign is white and red. For Marlowe. So you are poisoned. You also your skin feels very warm, like too warm. You suddenly have the need to douse yourself in liquid or crawl around in mud or something to cool down your skin.
Okay, so more importantly, how did it taste?
It was really good. It was good tea.
Okay, so I probably like drank the whole thing and then noticed the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the weather like outside?
It's winter, so it's freezing cold. I mean, you're
Clear
more south than
skies.
you were, but it's still you're pretty far north. So
How close am I to the river?
you're about half a mile.
Oh, okay.
It is
So
a
not-
raging river, though.
Yeah, well, that doesn't matter. I can handle that.
Okay.
So I'll just order some water.
The effect doesn't last long. It lasts like a minute, and it calms down.
Okay, but he still orders that water and then just splashes it right in his face.
Okay.
Well, as he orders the water, I'll try to use prestidigitation to cool the water.
That's
a
good
little.
tea.
By the way, you guys actually do see, like, for most part, the trolls and hobgoblins, they seem to be enjoying the tea just fine. There's the few humans, and yeah, basically humans that are in here, all have like that purple tea that he ordered was like fluorescent purple. It was very strange. They all have like these fluorescent looking things, and they are all kind of acting are kind of acting very weird. The people with green are like bouncing in their seats as they drink.
Can
The ones with that are drinking blue keep on making these weird chirping sounds. And the ones that are drinking the red are just like they also have a huge plate of food beside them and are just like devouring the medieval equivalent of like Twinkies and crap.
So can Mist do a either a nature or history check from her time in Akira?
You're pretty sure that they're serving you grung poison.
I'll go ahead and say to Marlo, how was that grung drink?
Oh, it was fantastic. What's a grung?
Oh, it's a
Thing.
frog person from Akira. Their skin actually secretes poisons that have different effects.
Marlo, you'd actually be you're an entertainer. You'd actually be very aware of what a grung is. There are a lot of entertainers keep grung as like companions and a constant drug supply.
Which one are they drinking and they're chirping?
That would be the blue.
So after I order the water, can I get a little of the blue still in the like powdered form?
They like, but they process you. It looks like matcha, only it's blue instead of being green, and they present it to you. They don't know what you want it for.
Matcha?
Like green powdered green tea.
Okay. Like, can I get a little bit more?
It's gonna cost you.
How much is what they just offered me?
What they offered you is the price of one glass of tea, which would have been 5 copper. So
Okay, I want a gold's worth.
okay. So they come out and they have it's a canister. It's about that big.
Awesome.
So if you're done with your tea, can we get to what we came here for? I know how much you love your tea, and I know you need your time, but
Your
the rest of the
time.
world is still spinning.
Okay, so I'm going to Mist is like rubbing Frost's head, and she's going to say, "So how do we keep the monks from getting Marlo? Or is there a way to resolve it where we can go about our business? Or do we want to just Sorry?
Well, I got an idea. I think Rendell, I think you should go in there and you should say, I want to be a monk. And then I think once you're a member of the order, then you'd say what you did. And then you can be, in charge and I'm off the hook. You seem like the type of person who craves power anyway.
But do I really look like the monk sort?
Doesn't matter. Look, like you don't have to like fight, right? Like most of what monks do is you like carry water around, you chant, you read, you copy text from one book to another. I mean, you got that pen, you can like do that easy. You'd be a great monk. You don't really have to join the order. Once you're like the fighting order, once you're a monk, and then you reveal, hey, look, I took out the master, and now you're the master, and I'm not.
So what would happen if I do it the other way around? And I just say, hey, that guy in the cops up there that's dead, compliments of me. Stop trying to kill me or you're next.
I think that would cause more problems than solve.
I think, yeah. Then they're not going to so much try to kidnap you. Then it really will be like an assassination thing.
Because the guy
It'll
in
be like
red
an order
was
of
an
honor.
assassin.
Yeah, because you won't be a member of their group. You'll be an outsider who took out one of their masters.
How did they know that we did it? Or you did it?
I don't know.
They still
None of
think
this
Mark.
made sense until we got here. I didn't know you took out the werewolves until we got here.
Wereboars.
I go out. Right. Sorry, werewolf.
He doesn't know the difference.
Okay.
I go out to sit down in a forest for like 10 minutes just to take a breather from all your crap, and you like make the whole world end. How many people did you kill? I mean, sure, they're werewolves.
Far too many. We killed far too many people, Marlo.
I wouldn't say we so much as somebody else accidentally did it.
Basically, 9 deaths times a year. So 9 deaths a day times a year. 9 times 365 at least minimum. Maybe more.
In my defense, I did not know his sword was going to do that. It
There was
was
a-
going to take care of the wereboar curse.
I did. The curse is
But-
cured.
I can't
You're
believe the
welcome.
master was a werewolf. He was pretty chill, like as far as masters go.
I mean, he's probably in a
I mean, I
better
really
place
didn't know
now.
him that well. He wasn't like he's a master of my group. But he's not really like he wasn't my teacher.
Right, and he's in a better place now. He's no longer afflicted with the curse of lycanthropy and a boar.
Yeah.
It's got to be a relief. If anything, they should be thanking me.
If you remember him smelling funny, maybe that's why.
So have we come to a decision on what we want to do? Do we want to actually have somebody join and then tell them that they killed the master, or do we want you to assume the position and then hand it off to somebody else through whatever rights you need to, so we can move on?
Marlo, why is it traditional for them to keep the body of the old master until a new master is ascended? And why do they call it ascending?
Well, I mean, you know, you train and you train and you train, and then like, I mean, we don't really like worship in the same way like you do like in a temple, you know, like a cleric. I mean, we're a little bit metaphysical, and certainly like my order, you know, praises Icarus, kind of like we all do, but I mean, he's not like a real active guy.
So what's to prevent a really
Well, it's kinda like
spectacular
becoming,
bullshitter
you know-
like Full Moon from just wandering in there and saying, hey, I killed that guy, I'm in charge now.
Well, somehow
Like-
they figured out that I had something to do with it, so they could probably figure out that Full Moon had to do it. If
So why
Full
don't you
Moon,
just
you know
walk
what?
in
If
there
you
and
wanna
say,
be
now
the-
that I'm in
you wanna run
charge,
the order, go ahead.
you could walk in there and say you're in charge and just close up shop then, right? You're
Rindle,
already in the order.
sorry, I just so that Rindle would know this, and Full Moon you'd also know this. So that thing that was above the city, anyone that could control that thing has some crazy arcane power. So they probably are pretty. They probably would also have some decent ways of telling what was like divination abilities.
So said diviner thinks that Marlo did this. So you could go in there, say, okay, now that I'm in charge, we're closing up shop. This monastery is no longer a thing. Go home. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And then you don't have to be in charge.
It doesn't really work that way.
Or are you in charge or you're not in charge?
Yeah, if you're in charge, can't you just change tradition? Say, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, now you're the guy.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how that would work that way. I think I would just be challenged, and then challenged, and then challenged.
All you have to do is lose once, right? You don't have to die, you just have to lose.
Well, I mean, to lose, you kind of have to die. That kind of comes with it. That's
Mealy,
probably why a wereboar, you know, made such a good master.
Mealy, do you by chance know somebody or maybe possibly know how to raise the dead so we can get this over with?
Well, I can revive him if we want to go that route.
I
Well,
think
he's
that'd be
been dead for like 4 months, though.
Oh well, I mean, I can revive Marlo as a
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that we can solve that. Marlo, are you willing to lose so that you can give it up like you want to? Because we can go there, you can fight, you can lose, we can res, and we can move on.
I'm pretty sure they would just come and kill me again. Look, I don't know. I don't know how that's all gonna work. It's never happened before. Look, usually this is pretty easy. If you want to be a master, you challenge the master, and then you tell everybody, "Hey, I did it," because that was why you did it in the first place.
Yeah, but that doesn't that defeat the purpose of killing every master? Because that's one less sword that you have to fight.
Look, I'm pretty sure trying to cheat this just gets that weird flying guy to come back.
Yeah,
Well,
why
you're
is
not
he even
cheating.
involved?
I mean, he's really probably the master.
Why does he even
I
care?
haven't seen him in centuries.
Yeah, so think of it this way, Marlo. I'm not saying that you are a bad monk, but I'm sure there's someone
Oh
better
no,
than you.
I am. I was a horrible monk. That's why I left.
But that's the whole point, though. So if somebody beats you in combat, it's not going to be suspicious. We're not really cheating if you lose on an
But
accident.
I'll be dead.
Right, but we can bring you back. You might be a little different, but you'll still be alive.
This seems like a horrible idea.
Well, if you want, we can all vote for it.
Why don't you go in there and then you can die and we can bring you back?
You said that wouldn't work. I would love to do that, but I can't do that. And as you said, we don't want to cheat them because they would know.
I think this is a horrible idea.
Well, why do you think it's a horrible idea?
I think you should just go in there and explain the situation.
If you come with me, I will.
I'm pretty sure we wanted to keep Marlo out of the temple. Pretty sure.
Actually, I kind of want to go in. But I don't want to go in with full moon because I think the first thing you're going to do is say, "Hey, here's Marlo."
Well, we've already learned firsthand that if you speak, they will slap her. Which is a fun game. But
Well, I'll go in there with you, Marlo. I won't leave you alone.
So before, if we can't speak, as you guys have put it, do we want to try to find some kind of parchment or some kind of creature that we can mark things on so we can get our message across? without
oh,
being
fuck it.
slapped?
Let's just walk in there and tell them the morning's over, the new master is here, and then we'll let them deduce whether that's Marlo or me and just go with the flow.
Or we can also actually say have a temporary lift of their vow for silence in order for us to go through the whole proper procedures of attaining the new master. That way we can get straight to the point, no one will be at fault, and everything can be forgiven.
Or we could set the temple on fire.
We'll put that as a plan B. Does that work for everybody?
You do understand there's more temples, right? Like, not just more orders, but there's more temples in this order. Like,
Oh, no,
this
I
isn't
didn't.
even really my temple. Like, I grew up in the mountains.
So which temple do we need to go to so we can get this resolved?
I mean, if you're going to burn them down, you'd probably have to burn them all down.
No one said we were burning them down. That's just an option. We don't want to take that off the table. It's just an option. Stuff happens.
No,
I
I'm
don't
not
like-
taking anything off the table. I don't want to do this.
Well, no one said you
I just
have
want
to
to
burn
go
it.
home.
We'll burn it. So let's go home, get you changed out to whoever you need to be. We can get you a new identity. We can get you a mask. We can get you a new role to play. I know how much you like to do that. So if you'd like to, let's go to the closest area that we can get this resolved. Even if it's not necessarily a temple, maybe there's an ambassador or a point of contact that we can get a hold of to get this resolved.
I'm going to lean over to Moto and go and whisper to her, "This is what I have to deal with on a regular basis."
I thought Moto got left.
No, this is her sister, Moto Sakura. The one we left behind is Moto Momiji.
Oh, okay.
They're Asian twins. How they doing?
I actually enjoy the noise. It's sometimes boring on the road with.
Oh, that was hypothetical.
So Marlo, let's figure out what's most comfortable for you so we can try to resolve this. We don't want to worry about having to worry about fighting off assassination attempts, and we want to get other things done that we have in the world. So what do you think might be the quickest way to resolve this? If you need to send us as your representative, we can do that. If you'd like to go and talk to somebody else other than a temple related, or a neutral ground that we can find so that you're safe, or holy ground, as you guys like, we can figure that out.
I don't know. Maybe we should go to actually my temple, right? Like, they know me better and know how bad of an idea this would be.
All right, let's do that.
But so before we do that, though, if we go to your temple and they know how bad of a monk you are, when they try to strike you down first,
Well, no, because I'm not the master right now. That dead guy is.
So what exactly does the transference? Do you have to touch him? Do you have to just be in the same room? Like,
Do you have to make out with him?
Is there a
Marlo, you
ritual?
don't you know
Do
that
I
there
even
is a
know?
ceremony. It very much involves the Master of the Eight, the flying guy you were talking about, but no one knows the specifics of it. However, at the notion of it, you see Mist. Actually, you're the only one with a high enough passive perception, I think. Mealy, you might. What Mealy? What's your passive perception?
23.
Oh yeah, Mealy definitely has it too.
Yes.
Mist and Mealy, you both see a weird smirk at the of the word transference on Moto's lip, kind of form of Moto's lips, but she quickly hides it.
Did anybody say transference though? Because I thought it was only Marlo knows about it in his head.
No, Rindle has said, "How does the ask how the
Okay,
transference
right.
works?"
I'm going to lean towards Moto and say, what is with the transference?
It's complicated, but just let's just say that Marlo doesn't want to go through that.
And do I?
Well, that doesn't tell us anything because I don't want to do it already.
I don't. She looks at Rindle when you said do it, and says, "I honestly don't know. I don't know you. You seem like somebody that might accept it, but it's rough."
Well, at least I don't have to pay for it.
So Marlo, could you show us the way to your home so we can get this over with?
Oh, that sounds
Yeah,
pretty far.
but
Let's
first
just.
I gotta go in there.
Yeah, I think we should just face these guys here because they're just gonna come after us and keep trying to kill us until this is figured out one way or another. And I don't want to have to kill all of them if I can help it today. Conversion's way more fun. Let's go have a conversation.
Miss
Come on,
Moto,
man, I
could
need to go see the master. I gotta go pay my respects.
Okay.
Quiet one.
Yeah, Rindle's not gonna be quiet, FYI.
I was sure about that. Marlo, how are you approaching the temple? Are you approaching it as Marlo, or are you approaching it as Ezekiel Hornswoggle, or whatever?
So he's gonna approach it dressed down. He's gonna pull his cloak way down over his head,
Mhm,
keep his head bowed,
mhm.
not say anything.
Okay.
So he's not really doing it in costume, but he's just keeping.
Yeah, no one.
He's gonna take advantage of the whole people mourning thing to,
Yeah.
hopefully slip in unnoticed.
So I mean, it's not like you go unnoticed, but no one's really paying attention to another cloaked figure. They do notice you because you're not wearing the same blue robes as everybody else. This morning, but
Mist is going to go in with Marlo, by the way.
okay, relatively, you go in fairly unaccosted.
Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna go with that earlier plan of upon stepping in, letting everyone know the morning time has passed. The new master is here
You're indicating yourself?
enlist. Yes, I'm here to enlist as a monk because apparently I'm your new master, and just see where that goes.
yes,
Oh.
as he starts to talk, I'd like to use prestidigitation to increase that volume.
Okay, so as you Mist and Marlo, you probably up to the body at this point as Rindle makes this proclamation. All the monks turn towards Rindle. Actually, Rindle, I need you to make it's not actually deception. I need you to make a persuasion check. With
Can I
advantage
aid you?
because of the prestidigitation. I'll count that as a help action. You have advantage, Rindle.
I rolled twice. There's a 13 and a 12.
Okay.
I used all of my good rolls at the tabletop last night. It happens every Saturday.
Okay, so so they kind of glare at you, and you see one of the larger monks kind of look you up and down. Still hasn't said anything, and but cracks his neck, and with the silence going on, it like reverberates. That you can obviously tell he's basically challenging you to a fist fight right now, without actually saying anything. Like cracks his knuckles, does the whole thing. Marlo, you're trying to spike their tea. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Their wine
Oh, spike their.
with the tea. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check. They all have disadvantage because they're all doing something else on their perception check. So
Oh.
Jeez.
So as you kind of amble up to the wine, the one of the server monks, like one of the lower level monks, doesn't even have those blue robes. It's a brown. You would know it as a trainer, as like an unindoctrinated robe. It would have been the robes you would have worn as a student. Actually grabs your arm and kind of looks at you, and then looks
Mist
at
is going
you
to use her ring to the disguise self to then make herself look like Marlowe.
Like the actual Marlowe or
Yeah, like
Ezekiel
the
Hornswallow?
actual Marlowe.
Ooh.
Like full regala with the peroque and everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So as the guy's about to look at you, he then sees Marlowe and he indicates. So there's multiple things going on. Rindle, the guy is obviously, but he also kind of does this, like he wants you to punch him first.
So I'm actually going to viciously mock him, follow the spell,
Okay.
and that's DC 16 for what it's worth. And he's basically going to say, "What part about I'm not yet a monk did you not understand? I just happen to be responsible for that guy's death accidentally, and I'm here to make it right."
Okay. And that's a wisdom save, right?
Yes, pretty sure. I have to grab that.
He doesn't take any damage, but he does this because he resists it. I don't think your spell AC is higher than an 18.
No, it's 16.
Mist.
Yep.
Everyone that sees you, which is about 10 monks, just try to dive tackle you.
Okay. My plan is to move far enough away from Marlowe for him to do whatever he was trying to do, and then drop disguise self when
Okay.
Marlowe has a chance for them not to recognize him.
Okay.
So does she pass me by chance?
Yeah, sure.
So as she passes by me, I would like to cast greater invisibility on her.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And so she just disappears out. The monks are looking very confused. I'm gonna have the one that was threatening you, Marlowe, is gonna take a swing.
Marlowe or Rendell?
Sorry, Rendell.
Damn, I got excited for a second.
But you are actually like, it seems like he's not used to attacking dwarfs. His punch just goes like super high over your head. He doesn't seem the most well trained monk. And Marlo, what are you doing?
Okay, so is now everybody paying attention to all the shit that's going down,
Yeah.
and I'm up by the body?
Yeah.
Okay, I give up on my whole spiking the wine
Uh-huh.
idea, which I was just doing because I'm a jerk,
Uh-huh.
and I take out my knife, and I'm gonna try to cut the head off the corpse.
Okay, I need you to make an attack roll, actually. With advantage, because it's a corpse.
He's alive!
Okay, so the 17 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please. It's an automatic crit, because it's incapacitated.
Sorry.
Once full moon causes me to be invisible, I would head back towards Marlowe to basically guard him, but invisibly.
Okay. Now remember, greater invisibility lasts only a minute. It's not like invisibility which lasts an hour.
Right.
So Marlowe, as you're cutting off the head, like yeah, it cuts off the head, and then this weird pulse goes through your arm,
Mhm.
and the body actually disintegrates, and all that's left is a small little jewel, about this big.
1 second, Scott.
Mhm. What's up?
I'm gonna whisper it to you because it's
It's a secret.
Well, if you want, you could say it out loud, but our characters won't hear it.
Oh yeah, actually, well, no, because you're invisible.
do I feel anything?
Yes, you feel your claws tingle as soon as that gem is revealed.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and try.
You
'Cause-
can't drop invisibility.
I'm not dropping it because I'm going to use my claws to attack the gem.
Okay.
Well, that would drop invisibility, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would drop invisibility. So you appear, your claws dig into the gem and shatter it.
Okay.
I need you, Marlowe. Full Moon, are you that close? How close are you to this? You're away.
I'm not sure. She was passing me, so I wasn't sure.
Okay, you're
Yeah,
far
I-
enough away. I need Mist and Marlowe to both make dexterity saving throws, please. Actually, sorry, strength saving throws, not dexterity saving throws. You're not expecting this at all, but I just need to see how far you get pushed.
Okay. That's a 5.
Okay. Okay.
That's a 7.
Yeah. Okay, so both of you take 16 points of force damage and get thrown 20 feet. As
Alright.
an explosion from this gem just ricochets out of you guys.
All right, I land. I go. My claws tingled. I just wanted to see what would happen.
That tingling sensation is gone, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. So now I need everybody to roll initiative because you've just pissed off the entire temple.
Okay. We're going into dice jail. Little.
Ooh, look at that. Get some, Marlowe.
Yeah, they're all high dex months. We're gonna lose this one.
That's what you think.
I'm just gonna roll all the battle monks as one initiative just because there's like 20, 25 of these guys. And it would just be way too difficult for me to keep track of everything.
We basically took a short rest at the tea house, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So Marlowe, you're first.
Okay. How many doors are in this room?
One? It's a temple.
This
man.
one.
That's all you
How-
need, bro.
How blocked is that door?
There is a swarm of monks coming in to that door. Pretty much, it's a giant bottleneck.
Acrobatics it. You got this.
And how is there still a monk on Rendell?
Yeah, actually, but Rendell is way back at the actual entrance to the ground, so like he's
The best
He's a-
position to leave.
yeah.
Uh,
I need some water.
actually, no. Marlowe puts his cloak back.
Mhm.
Wait, I've returned. It's not them. Let them go.
Oh.
And he just kind of turns and then glares at Mist.
Okay. So next is full moon. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Actually, go ahead and give me a persuasion roll on that, Marlowe.
Can I aid him?
Sure, with advantage. I don't know how are you aiding him, full moon?
Well, because he says wait, and I can either do prestidigitation, make him louder, or I can do dancing lights to make him shiny, things along those lines. Make it seem like he's got more power.
However you want to do it. I'll give both of those would work for a help. Which one do you want to do?
Well, I can do prestidigitation that way everyone can hear him.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
so am I
You're
rolling with
rolling with
advantage?
advantage.
Oh, thank you for advantage.
You're welcome.
Okay. Yeah, so actually let's see, Rindle, where is your roll? Okay. So they all kind of stop. Two of them actually walk up to you. You have your hands up like this.
Mhm.
So they're both gonna grab your arms and like ratchet behind your back, like they're
Okay,
taking
I'll
you
let 'em.
prisoner.
I'll let him.
Okay, so they push you on the ground and like tie your hands real quick.
What did Marlowe say? I kind of missed it. Sorry.
That he returned, and that it was him, not us, that they wanted.
Oh, okay.
The rest of them all kind of, I'd say they all split up. A few of them are like blocking off Mist, like they kind of form a cordon around Mist and Full Moon, just kind of so that they have Marlowe captured.
Mm.
Rindle.
Yeah, so Rindle is not calming down because dude just took a swing at him after he said he was in charge now, so he's got to lay down the dominance theory.
You just cut out, Chester.
Apparently I bumped the button. Sorry. So yeah, this dude just took a swing at him after I told him I was in charge now and here to enlist, so got to repay that debt. Cane's in his hand, so gonna use that for the Eldritch Blasts. I get 2 of them.
Okay.
At the same time, I'll probably be yelling something offensive along the lines of, I said I was in charge and here to enlist. Get with the program or fall.
Okay.
You know, something silly like that.
That one definitely hits. That one actually hits. This is not a very good monk.
So there's your.
Nice. And the other one? Okay, yeah. You just the first one strikes him at the knee, and he kind of buckles down, and the other one just takes him right at the head, and it just breaks his neck in the process.
Yeah, that's repelling blast too. So it's gonna be pretty
Body
dramatic.
just
Lightning
like
blasts.
actually scatters into the crowd up ahead.
So then, since that happened, reaction, I'm just gonna be like, "Does anyone else contest the new master?" And the broadsword's gonna come out, and the abyssal shear or whatever's in the other hand now, just
Okay.
fucking Gandalfed up, sword and cane, ready to go.
Okay. Let's see, who's next? It would be Mealy. You're seeing all this chaos happen.
Oh man, don't even know what to do.
Was that still super loud from the prestidigitation, or was that just for the
Prestidigitation
earlier
give you
turn?
3 effects at once, so yeah. Not unless
Nice.
Full Moon dropped it.
That was super loud. Does anybody else want to challenge the new master? Nice. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so is anybody paying attention to Rindle now?
Yeah,
Everybody.
but well, the all the ones that got hit by that body that flew across the screen are definitely paying attention to Rindle. And basically, even the people that are like forming that cordon kind of look back and went, "What the?"
Oh, yeah. I guess I'm just to make the point across. I'm going to cast thaumaturgy to make the ground tremble as he's saying that to make the theatrics better. Maybe.
Awesome. Okay, so that happens. So yeah,
Thunder to go with my
Like,
lightning. I like it.
Rindle, you're actually kind of believing yourself at this point with the booming voice and the thundering ground. You're like, "What the?"
I am the chosen one.
Yeah. In fact, there is actually some confusion now among the monks. Like, they're like, "Do we have the right guy?" This guy seems like the Marlowe who they have on the ground. It seems weak as shit. That guy seems like, holy crap. Mist, you're up.
Okay, so
Unless
I'll
Mealy, you have something else.
No, I don't.
all right. So I'll stand up. Marlowe had actually basically surrendered himself, and I'm going to look at the monks in front of me and go, "I'm going with him wherever you're taking him."
They like indicate that they're gonna have to, they hold up a rope indicating they have to tie your hands.
Yep, I'll allow it.
Okay. So at an initiative 1, powerful wind starts picking up. The storm clouds start gathering over your head.
Joy, Frost, stay close.
I did that.
And you hear a booming voice. I'll check. I forgot, Rindle, what exactly you said. You said something about who else wants to challenge me.
I said, does anybody else want to challenge the new master?
I'll challenge you. And it's just, you don't know where it's coming from. It seems to be coming from everywhere. But as you look up, you see a familiar sight swarming through the clouds.
Awesome sauce.
And I'm going to actually turn it down a little bit. That's a little loud. So we're back up. Marlowe.
Okay.
Are you just-
Okay. So are the people? So I've been tied up. Did they leave me then, or are they still there?
Like, 2 of them are on there, but most of them are now paying attention to Marlowe. Like,
To Brindle.
yeah, sorry, to Rindle.
Okay.
They're looking at Rindle with kind of abject fear, and with that echoing voice, you hear some murmurs, a lot of which, from what you can tell, is we need to get like this cannot be good.
Okay. Well, so my hands are tied behind my back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, I have a wrist holster of throwing knives.
Yeah, yes, you do.
So I'm gonna free myself
Okay.
while they're paying Narendal.
I'm gonna with the wrist holster. I'm not even gonna have you do a sleight of hand check. It's simple enough. So you saw through the ropes. Are you sawing all the way through them, or are you gonna like leave it just enough so it still looks like you're tied, and then but you could break it without any kind of issue.
No, I'm slicing right through and getting up.
Okay. So that's gonna be your action, though.
Yeah. And then I am going to just I'm just going to scream out, Rendell, you got this. And I'm going to try to give Rendell some inspiration because I think he's about to get the shit kicked out of him.
Okay.
So you got it's a D8 now. And that's my turn.
Okay.
And I will back out to taking attacks of opportunity if they're gonna do it.
Yeah, they'll go ahead and make their attacks because their arms are short. So give me a second. That's a miss. So again, apparently they're trained for combat, but they don't have any real world experience. It's all theoretical at this point.
And
So,
they thought I was tied up. They weren't ready.
yeah,
They're very caught off guard.
they're distracted by Rindle and by whatever's going on outside. Full moon, that would be you now.
I'd like to hold my action for something if they do anything crazy or in those lines, or I'd like to do. Well, actually, I'm trying to figure out. They don't seem threatening at all, right? They don't seem like. there's
No,
anything-
they seem as like confused as they look ridiculously confused. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what to think. They do know that somebody destroyed the body of their master, but
Okay, so then I'd just like to use the talent I have for diplomacy and try to get them on the same page. Pretty much just talking to them and saying, gentlemen, it seems you're a little confused here. As you can see, my master here, and then I point toward Rendell, is here to clear the confusion. Apparently he was the person that was lucky enough to defeat your master, as you so have put it, and he is here to become a monk so that he can be challenged so that this can be resolved in a timely fashion.
okay, go ahead and roll a persuasion check. Normally I would have given you disadvantage on this because they're very hostile to you, but that's a good enough argument that I'll give you just a straight roll.
But everybody loves me.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's a pretty good roll. So they start murmuring. It does make sense. I think that might be the actual guy. They do, however, it's now their turn, and they are going to finish tying up Mist because they're really, really annoyed at Mist. And one of them kind of breaks their monk discipline and will actually make an attack with advantage against Mist because as far as they're concerned, she is the one who obliterated their master.
They're so mean.
What's
Yeah, the
your-
18 hits. My AC is 18.
Okay. So it just punches you right across the face. You take.
Can
5
I actually struggle with them trying to tie me up? Since Marlowe actually stepped back.
You used your action to surrender, so no.
Fine.
Remember, everything is happening kind of
Yep. Okay.
sequentially, consecutively. So that was just their turn. The rest of them actually kind of file out. They're forming almost a circle around you, Rindle. Like they're staying away from you. But the two that were supposed to stay on Marlowe both turned to him and are ready and kind of ready to fight. 2 are on Full Moon. The 2 that tied up Mist, but the rest of them all kind of form this circle. Mealy, you're still. They haven't really even acknowledged you most of the time. You haven't actually done anything.
That's my sound effects crew, and you leave her alone.
Which it is now Rindle. It's your turn. You heard this voice in your head that everybody's around you.
You said it was in the sky outside or inside?
You don't know where it came from. It seemed to.
Oh, I thought you said I saw. Okay, I thought you said I saw something. Gotcha.
But no,
Well,
you
now-
saw this weird serpentine-like creature moving through the clouds up above you, but
But we're inside the temple,
you're in the
or are we
ground.
like in a courtyard?
You're
Okay.
in the courtyard. You're there
Gotcha.
in the temple. You're in a courtyard.
Gotcha. Well, first thing I'm gonna do is level the huge ass greatsword at the guy who just hit Mist, and I said, next one that touches my friends gets round 3, and then I'm gonna look up and be like, well, come on down, step right up,
Okay.
and kind of like be ready for whatever may or may not appear before me.
Okay. So Mealy.
Man, this is just getting worse. I'm going to. I was out in the courtyard with Rendell, so
Mhm.
I'm willing to go up to him and cast guidance on him, so he could have a
1d4.
1d4 to ability check.
Yeah. Okay. Missed. Now you can struggle.
Okay, so I'm imagining somewhere Moto is just watching us laughing. But I am going to try to slip out of the ropes.
Actually, at the storm clouds, Moto is currently running the frick away. As soon
Okay.
as the storm clouds appeared.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get out of the ropes.
Okay, go ahead and
Try
give
to
me
slip
a.
out. Sleight
Since yes, but you actually have a. You can either sleight of hand or you have claws, so you could actually attack the ropes if you want.
I shall attack the ropes. That sounds so ridiculous, but I love it.
But no, it was
Yeah, I'm going to try to claw it.
okay. So just give me just roll damage for your claws, which is 1d4.
Yep. 1d4. That's a 2.
Okay. It's probably gonna take you another turn. You get through enough of them. You could probably struggle and break them if you needed to, but
Okay. And as a free action, I am going to tell Frost to. Shit. I want her somewhere safe. Is there somewhere that she could kind of hide behind to be safe?
yeah, she could probably hide behind the coffin the guy was in.
Okay, I'm gonna tell Frost.
She could probably hide in the coffin. That would probably be the safest place.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Frost to go hide over there.
Okay. So this weird serpent dog thing jumps into the coffin and cowers. Okay.
She's not dumb.
And so at initiative step 0, I need Rendell, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as a bolt of lightning smashes into the ground right in front of you, and a thunderous boom. Just
That's fair. I'm gonna be using those other things to boot. Do I roll the save and then add the guidance and inspiration, or
so
how
you
does that
roll
work out?
inspiration. Guidance is only ability checks. This is a saving throw.
Okay,
You-
so I can roll the 1d8 after I roll the save.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we see which direction it came from?
Came from. It looks like it came directly down. Hard to tell.
That's a total of 18.
Okay. All right.
Inspiration is now spent.
Yeah. You barely made your save, by the way. So you take 13 points of Constitution of thunder damage, and
So you
put-
scared me there for a second.
13 points of thunder damage is this gaunt figure. You recognize as the he actually is wearing the same brown robes as most of the students do, but you recognize him from previous one of the guy who's in charge. He's looking actually significantly worse than he did when you saw him 2 days before. Like he looks deathly pale and very skinny. You don't get knocked back because and all of you hear this thunderous crack. I mean, it is deafening. You don't actually get deafened, but like it's a horrible boom as it just appears before you. Well, you're not the best vessel, but maybe you'll do.
A debt's a debt, and I'm here to pay one way or another. Are you the guy holding the quill?
Very well. I suppose we can play this game. Rendell, Marlo, is now your turn.
Okay. I look over at
Oh, actually, one thing for his turn. One thing he does do is, as soon as he kind of sits back and he looks like he's waiting for you to attack him, Rendell. Sorry, I need to indicate that. But go ahead, Marlo.
I point the knife over at one of the monks that are restraining Mist.
Mm-hmm.
Just let her go now. You heard the man. And I will cast Suggestion
Okay.
on that person.
Oh yeah, he's very suggested.
Okay. And then I grab the wine that I was going to spike earlier, and I just down a shitload of it.
Okay. Rendell, you have to power it first, but
That thing's juiced for 9 months. You said when I took out the liking.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I just don't necessarily know if it's even something applicable.
It's kind of random if something will come through or not, and you have no control over it unless you have a true name. It's a gate spell. It casts gate, but only to the abyss.
It's called a last-ditch effort, just in case.
Okay, so Marlo, you did it, and down the line, and Miss, you actually feel one of the one who punched you before, his arm slackens and just kind of like just lets go of you and backs off.
Okay.
Full moon. Oh, actually, full moon. So full moon, you see this thing appear, this person appear. Full moon.
Jerry, are you still there?
Microphone muted, maybe?
I don't know. We could move on and come back to him.
Yeah, we're gonna have to move on just to get further in there. So the monks. Yeah, Terry must have dropped connection.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all good. So it's your turn.
Okay, so if I know that the lightning bolt came from above, I mean, I believe we were inside a building, but if we're outside, above.
So you're inside. Rendell and Mealy are the ones that are outside right now.
Oh, okay. So can I even see Rendell from where I'm at then? That's
Yeah,
my
you can
question.
see him through the door.
Okay, so if I need to move closer, I can move closer. But above Rendell, I'd say maybe 20 feet above Rendell, I'd like to cast Darkness.
Okay.
So not that it covers Rendell, but it's above Rendell. So if they're directly above Rendell, they can't see.
Okay. So yeah.
He missed. I don't know if he can see the guy that came down or not. If he dropped connection, he might not know what happened.
Oh, the guy came down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you missed the conversation.
I think we lost him again.
Okay. So it sounded like he wanted to do darkness basically on top of the guy.
Right.
Yeah, that was the idea. But my understanding that the guy is not above him anymore. So I was trying to figure that out.
No, he's like right in front of him. He looks like he's about to just beat the crap out of Rendell.
Okay. Trying to think. And nobody's attacked him, right?
No one's attacked him. No one's
Okay, then-
technically attacked Rendell. Rendell took damage, but no one's technically attacked Rendell.
But I'm not saying Rendell, so I'm saying the figure there. Because if not, I'd like to use my talent diplomacy to try to figure out what's going on before he decides to attack him. Not try to talk him out of attacking him, but try to get answers out of him before he attacks.
Oh, he has said that. Basically, he's said that it. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check for me.
He basically said that I might make a good vessel. Maybe. And then, okay, if that's the way we have to do this. Struck a ninja pose.
Okay. He calls back to you and says, oh, ask your mistress. She knows.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
Okay, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to ask her because I don't know if you know I wasn't paying attention to you. I didn't even know you were there, sir.
Ask her what a vessel. What I mean by vessel.
Oh no, I wouldn't worry about the vessel. I was saying along the lines before he decides to fight him for his, and then I'll do quotation marks, vessel. Can we make sure that he's a part of the order so this is all done correctly? Because I don't want to have to repeat this with another person.
I am the master of all orders. Believe me, no one will challenge my word on this.
So if you're the master, then why are we having this fight?
I haven't attacked anybody. I just appeared. It was you who harmed me, and that's more than 6 seconds. So
All right. Who's up?
it would be the monks. The monks are now just murmuring and whispering. They're not even paying attention to you now. They haven't bowed, but you get the sense that they're like trying to avert their eyes from this guy.
Okay. Interesting.
So now it would be Rindle.
Fantastic. Yeah, so I'm just gonna remind him that I'm no free vessel without a good deal, and then I will go ahead and try and light him up with Eldritch Blasts as well, just for funsies.
Okay.
Actually, bonus action Hex first, because
Yeah,
I remember
okay.
that this time.
Okay.
And then, so that's DC 16 on the Hex. But
The hex just happens. There's no.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. I missed out on that one. 5.
But I do
No,
have to
8.
look something up.
Gotcha. So first blast is probably not hitting.
Nope. Oh, you actually have disadvantage on these attacks because you went into patient defense. So
Okay, so we'll say that's the first
Yeah.
set. Disadvantage missed. Figures you'd say that right after I roll a natural or a 20, whatever.
Yeah.
1d20 plus.
sorry.
Oh.
So
15's the only one that maybe.
yeah, no. There's
Okay.
he definitely dodges out of the way.
Yeah, he's good with thunder and lightning apparently.
He also, when you cast Hex on him, he kind of chuckles at it. He smiles and like, you have no idea what you're dealing with.
Playing this by ear, but I'm not a cheap date, and that's all he needs to know.
Melee, it's your turn.
I'm
Get him,
going.
Mealy. Get him.
I'm going to just kind of saunter on up there. Dwarves have to stick together after all,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm going to cast Healing Word on Rindle
Okay.
for my bonus action.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you heal 9 points of damage, Rindle.
And then I'm going to, if this is just going down like this, I'm just going to guiding bolt him to the face.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Give me an attack roll. Again with disadvantage because he's in patient defense. Yeah, no. He sees it coming. He just kind of ducks out of the way as the guiding bolt just slams into the wall behind him. Mist, you're up.
Okay, and the monks have kind of released me.
Oh yeah, the monks have no interest in anything other than this fight.
Okay, so I am going to finish getting out of the ropes and walk over to where Marlowe is.
Okay.
and I'm going to ask Marlo: should we be getting out of here, or should we head out front? And is it even appropriate to help with this going on, since it's a challenge?
Marlo shrugs and hands you the wine.
Okay, I will go ahead and take a drink of wine.
Okay. So yeah. It's now the master's turn. He just kind of touches you on the forehead, Rindle. Yeah. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is this like Avatar Aang? I can no longer bend.
Oh.
Oh no.
If it's a spell save or anything like that, Arazu's probably around somewhere unless he ran away, right?
It's not a spell.
Okay, then doesn't matter. Whisper, you die.
Well, he'll expend, we'll say, 3 key points on this. Take 31 points of necrotic damage.
Ow.
You still up?
Not by a lot, but I'm still up.
He actually smiles. Impressive. Maybe you will make a good vessel. He actually smiles at that one.
Just curious, if Mealy had not given you that 9 hit points, would you still be up?
By 2. I am currently at 11 of 48.
Back up to the top. We got missed.
Hmm?
Or, sorry, we have Marlo.
So, how blocked is the door?
And
No.
you're pretty sure, like, you could walk, you could actually interfere in the fight without any kind of issue, or you could just walk to the front. You could leave.
Well, the fight's outside, right? Like,
Yeah.
I have to go out the door even to interfere.
Yeah. No one, everyone is transfixed. No one's gonna block you. Like, you could easily get through.
Okay. Yeah, I'll walk out the door
Okay.
and I'll just. Is he on the ground yet, or is he still coming down?
He's on the ground.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk out the door so that
Mm-hmm.
I'm in range. You doing okay over there, buddy? And I'll just use a bonus action to cast Healing Word again on Brindle.
Okay.
I want to go ahead and do it at 2nd level.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it at 3rd level.
Okay. So 10 points.
That's
10 hit
pathetic.
points. Joys of healing, of pumping healing word.
Mhm.
Okay, full moon.
So since we're actually getting into a fight, I'd like to move close enough to him, so at least 60 feet away from him,
Mhm.
which hopefully I am, and then cast Blight.
Blight.
Yes,
Okay, so that's a Constitution saving throw.
correct.
8d8 necrotic damage.
Mm-hmm.
Plan.
Is the range on your blight 30 feet or 60 feet?
60 feet. I took spell sniper.
He took a
Ah.
So
Very nice.
he makes his Constitution saving throw, and he just laughs at the necrotic damage.
That's all I got right now.
And in fact, you actually see his skin start to melt off. Like that's a lot of damage, and you see his skeleton, but it's still animated. It's still moving with abject dexterity. Okay, the monks. When that happens, though, the monks now look at each other with absolute fear. They have, like, there's a dawn of realization on them about something, and they just bolt. They scatter.
Awesome.
Rendell.
So it's just me, this dude, and Miley standing here right now. No one else has closed the distance, right?
Marlowe's relatively close.
How close is Marlowe?
Within 30 feet.
Within 30 feet? All right. Well, I'm going to try and banish Miley.
Do you accept the banishment melee, or do you...
It's just concentration. They're up to a minute. Kind of puts you somewhere safe for a minute.
Well, you cut out for a second, so you're trying to banish me?
Yeah, I was going to try and cast you away for a minute.
Do I know why you're doing this? Can I understand?
Yeah, I've pretty much accepted the fact that we might need a second wave.
So you're saying... You tell her beforehand.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Basically, this is Miley. Tag out for a minute. I'm just gonna like.
So you
tap
accept it, Mealy?
Yeah, I'll accept it.
Okay, so Mealy bamps out of existence. Mealy, it's actually now your turn. Unless you have a bonus action, Rendell.
Actually, that. Oh no, wait. Is that a bonus action?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that was an action. So yeah, I'm tapped.
Okay. Mealy, what plane do you want to send her to? Is the ethereal plane?
I don't. It goes to a harmless demi-plane because she's native to this plane.
Okay, yeah. So
You're just incapacitated.
you're in
and
a
safe
white
while the
room.
rest
You're in the
of-
Matrix white room right now.
Right.
Pray hard.
Okay. You really can't do anything. You can try to resist, but you're saying that you want to stay where you're at, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that brings us to Mist.
Okay, so I would like to try to stop one of the running monks and tell me, why are you all running? What did you just realize? What is your master? Can I get them to answer me?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Please, my friends are going head to head with this guy. I need some information. Persuasion. That's a 9.
Nope, they're not paying attention to you.
Okay. All right. Fine. Do I still have enough time to run up to Frost and cast Beast Bond before heading outside to take a closer look at this guy?
Sure.
Okay. I will cast Beast Bond on Frost. So I have a telepathic link to her right now.
Okay.
And I'll have her follow me. And when I get out there, I'll probably have to wait to do a history check, right? After I get a closer look at him.
Tucker
Okay.
dropped. FYI.
Okay.
All right, so that'll be my turn. I'll do a history check when we come back around.
Okay. It is now the master's turn, and he will go ahead and he'll just punch you, Rendell.
I'm sure that won't hurt at all.
19 to hit,
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
15 to hit.
Yes, that's a hit.
Bonus action attack.
You said he was hit. That was singular. That's multiple hits. The 12 is not a hit. I have 13.
I have to figure out how much damage this is. Give me a second.
If it's more than 21, I'm at 0.
It might not be.
So I whispered to Miley. I forgot part B of my plan was to slap the great sword in her hands when I sent her away.
16
So I
points
wasted
of
that.
damage total.
Hey, look, I'm
Bludgeoning
still
damage.
up.
You're still up.
Yay! But my plan to send the sword somewhere safe with Miley totally backfired because I forgot to give her the sword.
Okay.
Just a fun little
It
aside
would be
while I
Marlo's
wait.
turn. Tucker is currently out offline. I'll get to him hopefully before the end of the round. Full moon.
Full moon.
So, I'm trying to think along those lines because this guy, he just pretty much lapped off the damage in those lines. Does it look like he can keep going if we keep damaging him, or does it look like even no matter how much damage we do to him, he's just going to keep coming because he doesn't really care about his body since he's looking for Rendell's new body as his vessel?
It looks like. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Okay, let's see.
No, I'm gonna give you this as your bonus action. So you will still have an action. Welcome back.
Hi, Tucker.
Sorry about that. My whole computer just crashed.
That's okay.
So
Okay.
You just missed me getting punched like a
Okay,
lot.
so you
Fine.
full moon, you're with your connection to kind of the underworld and your own arcana, you're pretty sure this guy is some type of undead. So necrotic is probably not gonna do much to him.
Fire! Fire!
Beyond that, it's hard. It would be hard to say.
I'm wondering if lightning would be better damage then, I guess, or possibly fire, right?
Yeah, you were pretty sure. Like, if you have anything radiant, that would probably be the best. But if you, barring that, fire, lightning, just usually not necrotic and not cold.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess I'll just cast Firebolt then.
Okay, and give me an attack. He is you. It's just a straight attack. He is not patient defensing right now. So.
Okay.
He's a little impatient at this point.
Okay. I believe it's, let me look real quick. It's +7. So,
That actually does hit.
awesome.
It smashes him in the back. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please. Okay, so before he chuckled at the blight, now he looks back at you and just.
Well, if I would have known better, I would have been more accommodating to you.
Marlo, we're actually gonna go back to your turn because you were off when it was your turn. So what do you want to do?
okay. So sorry, what has he done so far?
He
Just-
punched me a few times while you were gone.
Bad?
Rendell is amazingly still up.
Okay.
Randall's a tough cookie.
I will give Rendell more.
Should have I had to roll concentration check back then, by the way?
Oh yeah. Well, sure. Except that he's in. Part of the reason that I had to look up Hex is it does necrotic damage. He's basically immune to the execution anyway.
Right. No, my concentration effect on banishment for Miley. It's concentration.
Oh yeah,
up to a
that's
minute.
right. Yeah, you would have to roll in 3.
Sorry. While he's thinking, I just figured I'd
Or
ask.
sorry, you'd have to roll
3.
2. And it's a DC 10 on both. So,
Okay.
Marlo, what are you doing?
I'll walk up behind Brindle,
Mm-hmm.
place my hand on his back, and cast Bear's Endurance on him.
Okay.
I'm not logged into the chat yet. So if you want to go ahead and roll 2d6 temporary hit points to get that,
Mm-hmm.
you'll also have advantage on Constitution checks.
So,
How much am I rolling? Sorry, you
no,
said 2d6.
I got it. So you get
Oh,
10.
you got it?
You get
Okay.
10 temporary hit points, and you have advantage on Constitution checks.
Okay.
And then I will give you another dose of inspiration.
Okay, so Rindle, it's now your turn.
Did he maintain concentration?
Yes, he did.
Cool.
Microphone.
Yes, so Miley's still gone until, that minute lapses or I lose concentration. So I'm since this guy's actually close to melee range now, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and try and slash at him with the greatsword. It'll be a good time.
Okay.
Roll 1d20 plus 6. And then I'm gonna use inspiration on this attack too.
Okay.
Good thing I said that, huh?
Well, you declare it after you roll before I declare whether you hit or failed. Okay, so
just wanted to
that's
check
that's a total 20, so that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Awesome. 2d6
6
plus 3.
Yeah.
Roll 2d6 plus 3. And that's with the shear if it matters.
Oh yeah, I know, and it does matter because he's undead. You actually hear in your head, that didn't taste good at all. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me, Rindle.
Have advantage on that now, right? That was the story.
No,
Yeah.
just on checks.
Oh yeah, that's right. So just
Well, I failed the shit out of that, so.
so it rebels in your hand as you take 2 points of necrotic damage. It does not like the taste of undead.
Biggie sword.
However, you also see, for one, the master actually looks at you with. Before he looked at you with kind of disdain and just like annoyance. When you actually hit him with that thing, it actually looks like it caused significantly more damage than you thought it would.
I'll probably say something along the lines of, "That's right, bitch."
In
Probably
fact,
more
when
of a
when it does that, even more of its skin starts to slough off, and he's even looking more and more skeletal.
Told you I wasn't a cheap date.
Okay, Mealy, you're in a white room.
Uh-huh.
Mist.
All right, so I want now that I'm close enough to look at him, can I do a history check or arcana check?
Oh,
kind of
it's obvious. Like half of his body is skeletal at this point.
Would I know what type of undead he is?
We can make an arcana check.
Okay. Arcana check. It's just one. No, that's a 5.
Yeah, no.
All right, so I will go ahead and cast Moonbeam on top of his head.
Okay. What's your spell save DC? Because it's his turn next, so I might as well roll the thing
15. Spell save DC is 15.
Okay.
All right, so he's going to take half damage.
He's actually going to take full damage.
All right,
Since it's
2d10.
radiant.
2d10. That's 10.
Okay. Okay. It's
And I'm going to call out shit, would Miss know that? Would she link it together? I don't know if she would link it together. Never mind. I'll I'll ask you in a whisper.
Yeah, okay.
Next person.
Now it's turn. Rendell, it's just gonna. I'm sick of this. We'll go ahead and.
What a poor sport.
He's just gonna attack you.
AC's 13, so anything over 13 is a hit.
Why didn't that work?
Because you did a backslash, maybe?
Oh, thank you. Hit. Hit.
Mm-hmm. All three.
I only rolled. There we go. All three.
Like, you don't even have to roll well to hit him. You just have to roll 3. You have to plus 10.
You take 26 points of bludgeoning damage.
You're muted again.
I only take 13 and then I fall over. Joke's on you.
Okay. So technically, you actually take the 13, and then he would have stopped after the second attack. So
Okay. Well, Miley's coming back.
Is that 13 with the 8 temporary that you still had?
That was inclusive. It was
Oh,
5
wow.
plus 8. I'm a tough cracker, but I just, I have limits.
and he's just gonna turn now, and he's gonna look at Mist, kind of step out of the moonbeam, and stalk towards Mist.
Okay.
But Miley's back. Ha!
Miley is back. So actually, when he does this, Miley pops back, and Miley gets an attack of opportunity because he didn't notice Miley was back.
Okay.
right.
Did you notice my
Use the
whisper, by the way?
sword.
Yes, I did, and you'll have to do a wisdom check.
Great sword, that mofo, I'm telling you.
Alright, so I get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
And since I have the Warcaster, I could use a spell.
Yes.
So I'm going to hit him with Guiding Bolt
Okay.
at, let's see here. I'm going to do it at 3rd level.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage, and that's radiant damage. So he's going to take a lot from this.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Hold on just a second.
Totally blindsided by someone he forgot existed. Yes.
Very much so. He is looking really hurt. Like you basically just blew off his leg. He's still, well, I'd say not leg. That would look really weird. You actually took off his arm with that guiding bolt.
Alright.
16 for the wisdom check.
Yeah, you would have connected that. So, Marlowe.
Okay. Marlowe will use a 1st level healing word on Rendell.
Okay. Okay. You heal 7, Rendell.
He'll shout out, if you're going to use the shear, use it now. And then he will hold his action for if Rendell uses that shear.
Okay.
Well, he'll hold an attack action on.
Okay. Okay. Full moon.
So I guess I'll try to aim for him, but I'm gonna aim for the lower part of the body with firebolt.
Okay.
Just so if I actually get a hit, then I can try to take out the other leg.
Okay, go ahead. Roll it.
You have advantage too.
So yeah, it goes wide. It just splashes on the ground.
He has advantage. Because
Oh
I
yeah,
just
you have
cast Guiding
advantage.
Bolt.
Go ahead and roll in your. Yeah, no. Just splashes on the ground. Rendell.
Hi, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stand up. Is he still within range, or did he move off?
He's off of you. He's actually in miss.
Awesome. I'm gonna blast him from behind also with 2 Eldritch Blasts to see if I can get his attention again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna yell while I do it, something along the lines of, "Hey, ass clown, I wasn't done with you." I have to roll disadvantage, right? Or roll twice?
Just
Roll disadvantage?
You don't have disadvantage.
Okay.
You don't have advantage either. Because Guiding Bolt disappears after the first attack, right? Or is it the first time it takes damage?
It's the next attack.
Yeah. Okay. So here. So the first one misses. The second one slams him in the back. Go ahead and roll damage for me. Okay. So
Told him I wasn't done
yeah,
with him.
he is looking really hurt. You blast him. It like takes out a chunk of his chest.
And I'm not done with you, bitch.
Bones are just scattering everywhere. Melee?
It's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to just hit him with another Guiding Bolt.
Okay. That definitely hits. I'm not even going to have you guys roll damage because with vulnerability and everything that's going on, how do you want to kill this guy?
I'm just going to Guiding Bolt and take off the top part of his body, like the face and everything.
Okay. So it just explodes under a shower of radiance. And yeah, this weird kind of darkened mist escapes from him. It goes up, flies up into the clouds, and you just hear in your head, "Oh, you are fun, crew. When we meet again, I will not be so outnumbered."
Mist is gonna say, "How did it feel when I shattered that gem?"
I can always make another.
Damn it! I was afraid of that.
Hey, what about the gem?
He hit.
No, it sounds like we need to go.
Yeah, yeah, we need to go. Come on, Frost, let's go. I'll drop the moonbeam and go get Frost.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be like, where the hell are we gonna go? This is my temple now.
What are the monks doing?
They ran.
They ran.
They ran.
Oh, ran?
So does this mean you have 2 temples now?
I do.
So it sounds like it's plan B, if that's okay with you, Master.
We should probably loot it first. I mean, there might be something worth keeping. Relics, you never know.
It might be worth looking through it just to see if there is any information on the Master past what we've just learned. And then we run very quickly.
Yep.
I think those monks will come back, and I don't think they're going to be happy.
What do you mean? I'm the Master. They're gonna come back. We're standing, and he's not. You got to think creatively, Marlo.
So what are you guys doing? You
That's
guys
like-
running? You guys looting? You guys setting the temple on fire? I'm a little. What are you guys going to do?
There were options.
Yeah, I'm going back into the temple.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at level 3 for Rendell here.
Okay.
I was going to go try to find the library to see if there's any information and have Frost try to indicate any magic items as we walk through the temple.
Go ahead. No magic items. I mean, it's a temple of ascetic monks, so there's a bunch of illuminated texts. No magic items. But you can make an investigation check for figuring out if there's anything worthwhile.
Yep.
In the library.
Ooh, natural 20, so 21.
Okay.
Yay!
You see some. A lot of them seem to be like they're religious texts. One's a treatise on the. You actually see one the treatise on the God's War, which is a very rare historical text. It details out the armies of Aurelia, the woman that would eventually ascend to become what you guys know as the Raven Queen. It actually details out her war with the previous god of death, who would become the god of undeath.
Okay.
And her 7 generals that followed her. One of which, actually, sorry, 3 of which look very, 2 of which look very familiar to you. 3, and then there's a 3rd one that looks very familiar to Full Moon.
Okay. So the 2 that are familiar to me, who are they?
One of them looks like these are drawings. One of them looks like the master, very much like the master presented himself. The other one looks like, if Emilio it was 7 years older. It looks like her.
Emilia?
Yeah.
M?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I am going to be taking this book.
And Full Moon, I'm pretty sure you can guess what the other one looks like.
No, refresh my memory.
Looks very similar to the face that when you talk to your deity in your dreams.
All right. So yeah, I will be putting that in my pack, and then I am going to be leaving the temple. I do not want to stay here for his return.
Okay.
Marlo?
Marlo's gonna go ahead and spike the wine now. He's
Okay.
gonna find the wine reserves and he's gonna spike it.
Okay.
Marlo, would you say your temple, or is this one of the strongest groups of monks?
Before you spike the wine, can Mist get like 5 bottles?
Sure. I mean, it's gonna take him a while to do it, so
Okay.
I'm would point out which ones aren't spiked.
All right.
Marlo, it's not really your temple so much as like one of the temples you could have joined if you had finished your training. But all the temples are generally considered of equal power.
Okay. So when I was thinking along those lines, I'd just probably do prestidigitation, write a note for them. We're going to the next strongest opponent. Master shall rule all.
Are we all together when you say that?
Oh, I wrote it.
He wrote it.
Wrote it. Okay.
Would you write it on a note, or do you like graffiti it on the walls, just out of curiosity?
Full Moon? Terry?
He's in Congress with Shar right now. If you'd like to leave your name, your number, and a short message after the beep, he'll get back to you shortly. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay.
Because so I was saying I was just writing on the walls. So pretty much we leave and I write it on the walls. So when they come back and look for us, that's a note we left for them.
Okay.
So are we trying to take down the other 7 masters of the monks and then go after the main master? Is that what we're doing?
I think we'll have to defer to Marlowe and his insider
I
knowledge.
think I would. I mean, here's the thing. Obviously, I'm pissed off, and obviously, I don't want to be with these people. But they're not bad people. They took me in when I was very little. I don't really want to go out and hurt these people.
So can
I
we
wanna
get some
hurt that
allies?
guy.
So can we get some allies, do you think?
Maybe if we go to the right temple, but probably not if we, write on the walls. And
The whole point is not necessarily to challenge them, but to throw them off the trail. That was the whole point. We're not going to challenge them. We just put that on there so that everyone's on defense. So they're not necessarily looking for us, thinking they're going to.
oh, and then we run. I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah, and then we go to your temple, we figure this out, and we get out of here.
Well, you can try that, but I mean, this isn't my temple, but it's affiliated with my temple. They might be kind of pissed.
From
So-
my note or from the
Too much
things.
damage is all I'm saying. Keep your note small. Keep it where they can see it. Maybe like right in the coffin.
Yeah, I think that might be worse.
That seems disrespectful. But then
Yeah,
I
but-
remember I'm talking to you. Cut the guy's
Yeah,
head
some
off.
people have standards. Come on.
Is the coffin even still intact after the explosion?
The coffin, yeah, it's intact. That's where the where Frost was hiding the entire fight.
Okay, I didn't know because there was the explosion earlier that threw people.
No, it
No.
was.
Coffin was fine.
Oh no, the coffin's perfectly fine. That's not what the explosion was from.
Well then, where would we go to find information on our new opponent who wants to kill us all?
Oh, I'm pretty sure I found a book that's going to help us, but I'm probably going to need you, Rendell, to help me read through it, and maybe.
That I can do, but a first-hand accounting would also be helpful, especially if we can find out who his enemies are.
Marlo, you would know that the temple you grew up in was the largest library, the Mountain Temple. If you're looking for information.
Okay. I guess I'm going home.
You sound so excited, Marlo.
Yeah. Well, it took me a long time to get out of there. I swore I'd never go back.
Well, then we don't have to go back. It was your idea to go back.
No, we got to go back.
We can always send a message to them. We don't have to go back. Then you don't have to worry about unswearing your swear.
Won't be the first time. It's not that type of swear, right? Like, it's just a promise to myself.
Right.
Okay, so
Just
Marlo,
don't be surprised if they like me less than these people did.
So Marlo, I'll let you know. So the Mountain Temple you grew up in would be fairly far south of here, near where the Heaven's Teeth Mountains begin. But that would also be the closest temple to the closest next temple to where you are. The only other one on this continent is at the very southern end of the continent. which
How many
is,
days overland travel?
by carriage, not by like special magic carriage, but by magic carriage, it'd be 3 days to the foot, but then you'd have to abandon the carriage. 3 days to the foot of the mountain pass, but then you'd have to abandon the carriage. It's kind of steps.
I think if we're going to go, though, we should go now. I think we can travel faster than the news.
Okay.
After you.
Do we want to try to find Moto? She kind of ran away when the master descended.
Seems to be a family trait. Let's just do this and keep going with that.
She
I don't
wanted chaos, right? Well, she got it.
I was kind of thinking that, she might have some information. If you'd be willing to take Frost, I would like to try to track her down and talk to her, and I will catch up to you. I'm pretty sure I can fly fast enough to meet up with the carriage.
No, you can't.
Nope.
No, because so wait a minute, how many wild shapes a day do you have?
I have only used one, and
Ooh.
I've got 2 wild shapes a day, and it lasts for 4
short
hours.
rest. It is a plane. So sorry, I'm trying to calculate this. You would probably, if you could find her within a few hours, you guys could. Because you have to rest every 8 hours. You have to take a short rest every 8 hours. The carriage can. The reason I said 3 days is because that carriage. Remember, the horses don't tire.
Right.
So.
Well, I was hoping that. I mean, yeah, she ran, but I was hoping I might be able to find her. Yeah, I could do that.
It really depends upon how quick you find her.
Right.
But you have to determine that now if you want to before you roll for it.
Yep. I would like to try to find her. But if everyone else is willing to wait like just an hour or two, I do think she might have some information that would be beneficial to us.
You okay?
I don't think we have an hour to wait. Is there a way that we can send message to her and have her meet us there?
We could do an animal messenger, but it depends if that animal is going to be able to identify her in the city.
Or, if she's going to want to come once the message gets to her.
Right.
So why would you look for her if we're not sure if she's going to come with us?
I don't necessarily want her to come with us. I want information from her. Marlo, could you give me like directions to where your temple is? And if I can't catch up with you, I will catch up when I'm able.
Sure. It's not hard, and he'll give her directions. I mean, I think you can just go down the road.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I am going to try to find her, and then I will try to catch up with the carriage.
Okay. So you guys leave right away?
Yeah.
We can give her an hour head start, and then we can go.
Okay.
And she has a chance to possibly catch up to us sooner.
Okay, Miss, I need a survival check with disadvantage because you don't know the city very well.
All right. Oh, that's pretty good. That's my low roll was 14 plus 7, so that's 21.
Oh, you find her in like 15 minutes.
It's like, hi, Moto. I'm glad I was able to find you.
Oh, you're alive.
Yes, we're alive.
Who did the master end up taking?
None. We were able to fight him off, but I mean, we still heard his voice when he disintegrated. And he said, I asked him how it felt when I destroyed the gem, and he basically laughed and said he could create another one. So, we're in pretty big shitstorm. Yeah, definitely in a shitstorm. I'm guessing he's going to come after us again. Is there any information that you could give me to help me keep my companions alive? And I mean, I'm thinking that this is going to be beneficial for you and your sister Moto, that, he and probably the rest of the monk orders are going to be coming after us. So
They're not going to lie. As long as they're after you, they aren't after us. So,
yeah, so the longer I can keep us all alive and away, out of his hands, the better.
I would just keep running. That's how me and my sister survived for so long.
Yeah, but I don't think the Master of the Eight was directly gunning for you. Was he?
We'd be very dead if he was directly going after us.
Exactly. So what kind of undead is he?
I don't know if
What
there's
sort
a
of
name for it.
I don't know. Is there a sort of undead that creates things that hold life force? I don't know. I'm not
You're
really
talking about a lich, and yes, he is very similar to that. But as far as I know, he has no real spell casting ability. Everything he has is martial or a gift in nature.
So he's kind of like a lich, but not exactly like a lich. And I am guessing. I will actually make sure that we're having this conversation where other people can't overhear us. And I'm going to.
Okay. Well, it's just we're getting really close. So can you?
I know. I'm wrapping it up. Sorry. I'm guessing that his phylacteries are the other masters. Is that one of the pieces of information that you've been holding to your chest?
No, that's what the ritual is designed when the masters are ascended. They absorb the soul piece and protect it with their own lives.
Okay.
They are living phylacteries.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. If you don't have anything else, I have to catch up with the others. Then I will turn into a giant raven and go flying towards where the carriage is.
Okay, you catch up easily with how quick you got that. So you guys speed along. Rindle, if you try to take a long rest, do you try to take a long rest at any point? Oh,
I said short rests
wait, you
while
don't
we were driving.
sleep. Sorry.
And no, I don't sleep.
So actually,
beyond his touch.
so Mealy, if you take a long rest, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
A wisdom saving throw?
Sorry, Mealy.
Fortunately, he didn't didn't actually ever touch you, so you don't have disadvantage on this save. But you still failed. So, you have frightful dreams the first night you try to take a long rest. You don't sleep well at all.
All right.
So you don't heal and you don't get any of your spell slots back.
Great. Well, at least I didn't need to heal. I do need those spell slots.
But that's where we'll end it for today. As you speed along to the temple in the mountains to the south, trying to beat the news of your defeat of the master. And so, real quick announcement: tomorrow, if anyone doesn't know, Gen Con's going on right now, and they're releasing a lot of RPGs. So tomorrow, me and Becca are actually going to stream a one-on-one session of trying out the new version of Vampire, and then
Awesome.
And then next week on Sunday, we will try out the new version of Legend of Fire Rings, and then finally the Warhammer 40k RPG the following week. So, I will see you guys next week.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Enjoy the blood sucking.